Jonah, your mystery man? His name's Frank Castle. He's a self-styled vigilante. Calls himself the Punisher. He's wanted by the FBI, and even the CIA want him for questioning in the disappearances of various crime figures.
Hello everyone, thanks so much for joining me here today as we get to talk about one of my favorite subjects, comic books. My name is Jose. I love comic books. I love talking about them. I love sharing them with you. Feel free to follow me on social media if you would like. Links are in the description below. Posted a link to the Marvel fan site that I have plot synopsis and character bios for this issue. We are concluding the Punisher limited series. It was originally supposed to be a 4-issue limited series, but it was extended an issue. And we have this cover by Mike Zeck, and then over the pencils we have airbrushing done by Zimmelman. So this is from 1985. Now, Mike Zeck does not do the final part. So we have the final solution part 2. And we have here Stephen Grant only doing the plot. Joe Duffy is scripting. Mike Vosburg with the layouts. And then John Beatty, who has been the inker throughout this series, does finish it. Carl Potts and Jim Shooter, rest in peace, Jim Shooter, handle the editorial. So we are continuing kind of where we left off here with the Punisher in a room being filled with gas. And so the gas is part of the brainwashing that is supposed to get the Punisher to be nice and docile and be able to take orders from Alaric, I think is his name here. So Punisher is going to take off part of his glove and then use it as a filter, but it's only gonna be for a little bit. He's gonna have to get out, so you can see him reaching for this knife here. And Alaric is like, breathe the gas or not, you'll soon fall. And so he's thinking here, how long? And you see the Punisher walking through, bending over, and Alaric is like, why doesn't he fall? His boots, the soles must be insulated. That's from the shock. If he fell, he was going to get electrocuted here. So he uses the knife as a sort of a screwdriver, takes his part of his costume here and puts it in here to keep the gas here, which will cause pressure. And then he lets the pressure build, shoots at it, and then of course we get a break here. And Punisher is like, I'm coming for you, Alaric. And so he takes off his glove from his face, but he is attacked by Jigsaw. Yes, I am sort of just narrating. I know normally I kind of read this, but it's a lot of introspective. It's sort of a very quick issue to go through. Not much really happens except the payback that the Punisher was seeking here. So you can see here Jigsaw fighting the Punisher, and he's going for the gun, and Jigsaw steps on his hand, says, what's wrong, Punisher? Your arm hurting you? And oh my gosh, he looks like he's being bent in half here. Jigsaw says, doesn't feel too good, does it? Alaric's girl, Angela, told us you dislocated your arm when you were staying with her. Right after you engineered the gang war that wiped most of us out. I told you once I wanted you screaming, so go on, scream. And you can see he's kicking his shoulder here, and then here he's gonna go kick his face here. And the Punisher is down, these guys watching here. And Jigsaw continues, come on, scream, and then I'll end it. Beg me and maybe I'll let you live. One scream, and then it will be finished. And so he points a gun at him, at the Punisher. Punisher just looks at him and says, don't hold your breath. And you can see here, he's reaching for the knife again and stabs Jigsaw in the thigh. And so Jigsaw goes down here. These two are kind of looking at the whole thing. And Punisher gets on top of Jigsaw, punches him, and takes off, or takes his gun out, and then hits him with it. And then he just continues, and he's like, "Get him off me! He's gone crazy." You can see these eyes here, and he gets up. Everybody looks at him, and he's like, "You guys still here? You still want me?" And I love this face here. Be my guest. And so they all drop their weapons and off they go. And so Punisher is going to continue walking toward Alaric. And so he tells them to these two to go get him. And they drop their guns and they also decide to run away. And so he's like, well, I guess um, he'll have to do it here. But he's sort of a coward. He's like, don't leave me here. But he really he thinks that his way is the best to get rid of crime. Punisher disagrees. We just basically have a difference of opinion, but Alaric is sort of was forcing his way on Punisher, and Punisher does not like that here. So he's waiting for Punisher, and when he walks through, hits him with the butt of the rifle here, right in the gut, and then in the chin, and Alaric just continues hitting him and it says, "Is he dead? I think he's dead. There's blood on my hands, my shirt. Got to get away." Now, why doesn't he shoot him? Well, because then we wouldn't have a Punisher. However, should have really killed him. So he is going to meet up with Angela and then run away. And you can see him getting some clothes here. And hopes to go somewhere where they can't be found. But Punisher shows up here. And he goes, "It's finished. You're finished." The dog's coming. Don't worry. He's not going to kill the dog. So they're at a standstill here. So the dog, he shoots the guy. The dog's going to come after him. And Punisher just kind of hits the dog. But doesn't really kill him. And you can see Alaric saying, "Don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please." He's a bit of a coward here. And he says, "You make a phone call." And Alaric's like, "You're not going to kill me?" And Punisher continues here, "I am, unless you make a phone call." Oh, and then Alaric's like, "What phone call?" And Punisher says, "A lot of calls. To all the newspapers, start with the Bugle. Ben Urich is a good man for a reporter. Give him all of them facts and figures, names and dates. You're going to put the trust away for me. Destroy them with the truth. Once people know who they are and what they've done, it's all over. It's what they deserve." And Alaric is like, "But they'll kill me." And Punisher says, "If you don't, I'll kill you. You sing loudly enough, fast enough, they'll either leave you alone or you can bet they'll get punished for whatever they do to you, just like the criminals they are. Do it or..." He points at him and Alaric is like, "No, no, no." And so Punisher just says bang and smiles. He's going to take off, but he says here, "I know he's going to do it." So the dog starts to get up and just goes with Punisher. And then the guy who swore revenge on his dad shows up here, and he says, "I told you I'm here to settle with you. Once it was over, you finished them all, the criminals. But you killed my father too. Now you have to pay for that." And so Punisher says, "Your dad was a pusher, a pimp, a murderer. He was a liar, a cheat, a thief. He deserved to die." And so he's like, "Your decision. What you gonna do?" And so he puts the gun away and down, and Punisher walks off. And so we're near the end here, and he says, "About damn time," as he looks out, and he's gonna go out. But there is a car coming, and it's the girlfriend here waiting for Alaric, and then sees the Punisher, and then she's like, "Oh no, that means Alaric is dead. I'll kill you." And so she's coming here, and Punisher shoots, and blows. Oh my goodness gracious! I don't know what that. Oh, the radiator. It was right there. Oh my goodness. And so the steam rushes and goes through, and she's hanging in there, and she's like, "Please help me. I'm sorry for what I did. Please, please." And Punisher is just gonna walk away. He says, "I could try to help her, but what I told the kid isn't such advice. Sometimes you're better off doing nothing at all." And he is, so we don't know whether she's dead or not, but we end the story right here. So, that's it. That's the conclusion of the limited series. This series started out really well, but it just ends with the bad art, and it's I don't know. So, regardless, this is the first Punisher solo series, even though it was a limited series. And then a couple years, the new um, ongoing series with Klaus Janson in the art will get going. So, Punisher number 5. I don't even remember the credits, but that's okay. It really wasn't such a memorable issue. Like and subscribe, and I do thank you so much for listening. Goodbye.